And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. We start off Friday night football. Two not so popular teams. Collingwood hosting the Bombers. Friday night football. Mate, what's going on?
Champs?
Yep. Look, it's going to be an interesting game.
6th versus 4th. We're above you on the ladder.
For now.
For now.
Hey,
The slide has begun for the Bombers.
Yeah. No, look, it's going to be an interesting game on Friday. I think, Fly probably might put a rocket up their butt, in particularly from the Gold Coast performance, and the boys want to bounce back. It will be definitely an interesting one. I reckon we get the job done. You always have to back your team in, don't you, James?
Have to.
Can't trust people who tip against their team.
No.
I did maybe,
Bad
allude
juju.
to maybe we shouldn't be sitting here because this might get a little bit heated. But I think, once we win the clearances and get going again and not let you off into a 4 goals in 5 minute start, then, we're going to be able to get on top and get momentum on Friday.
Hopefully.
I don't think you let us do that. I think we did that.
I think we were just,
Sheer force. Yeah.
Through
Yeah,
sheer
that's what it was.
force of will. What do you think, Paulie?
Highest by 30.
Wow. That's
Where's it won and lost, you reckon?
Honestly, that was mostly a gut feel, but I think there's that class that's starting to come back for the Pies, and they're starting to kind of build that match fitness again. And I think the cream just rises to the top. It's not that there's necessarily one specific area that I think they'll blow the Bombers out of the water in. It's more just that consistency kind of around the ground and just the experience. I think that just carries a lot of weight.
I'll give you guys something to look forward to for the game as far as matchups are concerned.
Oh, okay.
Jake Stringer towed Geordie to go in the middle last time.
Smashed him.
That's right.
Jake Stringer had 15 contested possessions and had his shots on goal, and Geordie had his colours lowered in that game. The other matchup I'm looking forward to is Darcy Moore versus Peter Wright, if that happens to transpire. Call it the Battle of the Form Woes, because we know Peter Wright is definitely not resembling form of the last couple of years, and Darcy Moore is certainly a far cry from that. So keep an eye on those two matchups.
So Noble's out
Yep.
Yes.
and Bo McCreary out.
Sure
Yep.
is.
Is Josh Dacos going to be out?
no, he's
Well, geez, am I starting
he's
to change
been
my tone
managed.
here?
yeah. So Maynard and Josh Dacos have been managed due to a corky, one in the calf, one in the quad. We'll see. Maynard, Josh, I reckon they get up for Friday. Be pretty hard done by if they don't get up due to a corky. So expect, a full, somewhat healthy squad. It would be interesting to see what our selection is going to the squad, who comes in. We're tipping Harry DiMatteo to come in and play his first game and provide us something that he's been pretty good at VFL level and attacking the game with purpose and hitting those inside 45s into the centre, much like Maynard did in that late third quarter, fourth quarter when Collingwood has to roll the dice. I think you can expect that from early on. And once we start looking inboard, we're going to be able to open up the forward line and score quite well.
That's the
Okay.
dream.
All right. I'm going to go the Bombers by 11. I don't think we're going to beat you by a lot. I don't think we're accurate enough to win by an even 2 goals. You guys are obviously a very good team, but I just feel like you're missing speed out of the back line if you're going to be without, Noble. I don't know who your distributor off half back is going to be. And I think for us, we've struggled with a lot of pace out of the back line.
Because that's how Geelong got you, right? Speed out of our back line.
Yep.
We don't have any of that.
I know you don't have any of that. You were helped with speed from the umpiring decisions, I think, in that third quarter, and then we dropped our heads in the last. That's for sure. But no, I just think that if we can guard the transition, and the transition isn't very quick, then I think we can. Our midfield can set up the wall fast enough. We can get a defensive wall and get some repeat stoppages, some repeat entries inside 50, and again, the battle, as you say, of the 2 out of form players, Moore and Peter Wright. If it's a dry day, I'm going to back us to win by 11 points. If it's not a dry game, then can the draw. Saturday afternoon, North Melbourne are hosting the Suns at Marvel Stadium. Closed roof. Suns can't get into the closed roof. It's in Victoria.
Sharp.
It's in Victoria. The Suns don't win away from home. Having said that, the Suns are going to win this week. Sorry, Jez. North Melbourne going to lose this game. I think the Suns showed too much promise and resilience in their win last week against you guys. They have to build on that belief.
Have to.
And carry that momentum. I think the Suns get the job.
I mean, they should, right?
But do they?
I think they will, but I also wouldn't be surprised if they cough it up simply because, young teams, inexperienced teams, they have these highs from a miraculous, maybe unexpected win or whatever the case is, and then they blow it the next week. And we've seen it time and time again, not necessarily with Gold Coast, but just, those young developing teams, the natural ups and downs. I don't know if Gold Coast quite fits that bill. I know their winning record away from home is non-existent. They don't have one yet this season. But at the same time, I just think that, they should get it done this time, I think. But I don't say it with the greatest degree of confidence.
Correct.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very telling for the Suns' finals push. If they don't win this weekend, who are you going to beat away from home? So it's really do or die for them. They showed a lot of belief to come back from Collingwood, who were coming hard in that last fourth quarter. So I think the Suns get up. I'm going 37 points.
Ooh. I've liked North's last few weeks. You can talk about North Melbourne versus Collingwood. You can talk about the Bulldogs versus North, where that fixture hasn't been a very desirable fixture for North Melbourne in the past. I'm going to go North Melbourne by 5 points.
Hey,
Is that because a certain someone in your life that could be pushing you that way?
I don't know what you're talking about, brother.
a female who plays for North Melbourne?
Well,
It could be.
There's a female in the household that is a North Melbourne supporter, but there's also a toy poodle in the house that wears a North Melbourne tie across her collar. So the household is split. We have a Bichon Frise and a toy poodle. One of them is a North fan with a North Melbourne tie, literally a tie. And Rosie, the Bichon Frise, is on my side with the Collingwood tie on her collar.
You love to see it.
Yeah.
All right. Again, the same time slot at 1:45 p.m, except this time out in Adelaide. It's the Port Adelaide Power hosting the Western Bulldogs. Oh, this one's almost bordering coin flip territory. The Dogs got the job done last week, but it was against North Melbourne at Marvel. Port Adelaide last week managed to sneak over the line against the Saints at Marvel and win by 2 points. The Saints not powerhouses, sorry, Dave. But still, a win away from home. They're now going back home. I'm gonna lean with Port Adelaide. They've let me down quite a few times when I've tipped them, but I keep coming back to Ken Hinkley under pressure and his team getting up for him. So I'm going to say Ken and Port Adelaide win this game, I reckon.
I think you hit the nail on the head at the beginning when you said coin flip. It feels like a coin flip, and the only thing that steers in the direction of Port for me is the fact that it's a home game for them. That's about it. That's nothing more I can really attribute to it than that, really.
Doggies.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm saying
the Dogs travel pretty well.
When the Doggies midfields are on, they're probably best side in the AFL. I'll go Doggies as well in just due to their midfield ability. And look, I reckon they're the dark horses to potentially win a flag this year.
Yeah, we'll know exactly. We'll know early on in the piece. 4:35 p.m. The Cats are hosting the Hawks at GMHBA Stadium. What do you reckon?
Cats by 35 points. Look, I don't want to sell the Hawks short. I very much want to sell the Hawks short.
You do very much, yeah.
But I won't dismiss what they've achieved in the last couple of months. It's been great, and we've been very poor in that time. But I think there's a golfing class still between the two teams, despite what we've put forward in the last couple of months. And I think we'll get the job done pretty comfortably at home this week.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't see the matchups working favourably for them. I'll be interested to see what happens with the ruck matchup. Even when we played him early in the year, Lloyd Meek had his way with, I think, Toby Conway on that particular occasion. Now we're not even playing a ruck, so I don't know what we'll do in that particular matchup. But other than that, no, I just think there's too much strength for the Cats around the ground.
For mine, I'm all aboard the Hawks bandwagon until they have to come up against us in a couple of weeks. So till then, sorry, Paul.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to go the Hawks by 21 points.
It's comfortable.
Yeah.
Our home record hasn't been great.
It's at GMHBA?
So, yeah.
Okay.
It's at GMHBA, yeah.
But it hasn't
been great for us this year.
Yeah, I'll stick with the Hawks.
That's what I was about to allude to, that it is down in Geelong on the weekend.
Posh.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't want to go the same as you because It does seem a little bit predictable.
No,
But
you got
you know-
No, don't go.
You're going
It's
to fly on your
fine.
own, brother. You're going to fly on your own
but
sometimes.
I do
Don't go
back.
the same,
I'm
it's
all
fine.
aboard the Hawthorn train as well. You know, I like what they're doing. Obviously, one of my ex-favorite Collingwood players is down there in Jack Ginnivan, so I'm going to go with them as well. Be a little bit closer. I'm going 13 points.
Is it Ginnivan or Ginnivan?
Ginnivan.
Ginnivan?
Yeah.
So why'd you call him Ginnivan?
I'm chewing some gum,
Oh.
and it might have got in the
Just
way.
had a moment.
the way the tongue rolls.
Yeah.
I love it. Look, look, Meek will be a factor, but we play 2 ruckman, and you managed to do okay. So I think you'll be fine. Giants hosting the Blues at home. So in Sydney, not in Canberra. 7:30 p.m. The night game. The Giants are hosting the Blues. I mean, the Blues are playing quite well at the moment. They're able to turn it on when they have to. I hate it that they can, but it is what it is. I'm going to tip the Blues. I just have more trust in which team's going to rock up on the day. Don't know what I'm going to get from the Giants, to be honest, on any given day. So I'm going to go with the Blues. We'll go with you first, just so that he doesn't say you're copying him.
Yeah, well, I think the obvious answer is the Blues, and I reckon we might get a clean sweep here. Just too strong for GWS.
Yeah, I've got to say, guys, with your predictions, I can't say you're wrong, but I'm also going to go GWS.
Oh.
Toby Green's going to kick 6 on Alex Sincotta, who has become a fan favourite at the Carlton Helm. So looking for Toby Green to bounce back because he hasn't been himself this year.
No, he's only put in one real blinder and happened to be against the Cats and kicked the winning goal.
Sure.
So thanks, mate. But yeah, look, I think the Blues, but I do think it's going to be tighter than what most expect. I feel like it's a 2-goal game at the most. I think there's signs with the Giants that they're starting to kind of find what they want again in terms of form, but you can't argue with the Blues form at the same time. So I'll get around them this week.
Just I don't want to play devil's advocate. Didn't GWS get pummeled by the Crows?
No, I know, but there's been little aspects
Moments,
that I've kind of moments, not many moments in that particular one, but also there wasn't many moments in our game against the Blues the week before. And sorry, mate.
Quick turnaround.
But no, but
Joey's
like
getting
you've
smashed.
seen, like some of that linking players kind of been there on a few occasions. Like there's you can see things are kind of bubbling, and I'm just hopeful that. Well, I'm tipping the Blues, but I'm hopeful as someone who doesn't mind the Giants, or because of the theme song.
I love the Giants
God.
theme.
I was
So-
actually having this conversation at work today. I
Yeah?
said, amongst my work colleagues, what is the best theme song? And I went Giants.
Yeah,
I don't think it is, but like it's
I don't think it
because
is.
because of their social team
Yeah.
being
Oh,
as
yeah.
supremely talented as they are, it just
It's a big sound on the west side
Okay,
of
what-
town.
I still got PTSD from 2019.
Mate,
Stop,
it's
stop.
too good. Like, no, it's not good. So what's the best song then? And don't tell me Geelong.
Demons.
no, I wasn't gonna the Tigers.
Demons?
Tigers,
No.
Yeah.
Really? That's left field for mine.
No, I remember the Tigers is the
sorry,
second
The Dogs, Sons of the West, 2016, circa.
Well, it's still,
Tigers
is it still not the same song as opposed as it was in
Fremantle.
2016? Nah, mate, it's the Birds of Tokyo. That's so bad. No, I actually hate the Brisbane one. I don't like. I don't
Slash
like
the Adelaide one, then, right? Basically the same
They're
thing.
basically the same, exactly. Fremantle now are hosting the Tigers 8:10 p.m. on Saturday. Fremantle by 50 plus.
I got Dockers as well.
Finally, an
We're
agreement.
unanimous.
We're finally unanimous.
I can't go against that one.
Thank you, Richmond. You've brought all of our teams together. Well, maybe thank you, Fremantle, as well. Sunday now. Melbourne are hosting the Eagles at the MCG. Last time these two sides met, it was at Optus, and the Eagles and Harley Reid taught Melbourne an absolute lesson. They won by like 50 plus points, and Harley Reid fended off both Petrarca and Oliver in the same play, left hand, right hand.
Unbelievable.
No
He's a
Petrarca
jet.
this week. He's a gun.
Yeah.
Well done, North Melbourne. Well done, North Melbourne, for winning that last game. Oh, well, I've said it a million times, but it just never gets less funny. It just doesn't get less funny. You would imagine that midfielder.
They didn't want to get accused of tanking. That's all it was.
Fair enough.
She just had to lose one more game. That's all.
No, because they knew, the Suns that went away from home. So if they
True.
lost to the Suns in Tasmania, they'd know, that's
True.
clear
That's
tanking.
too
there.
obvious.
Too obvious.
You're right there, Joe.
So what's happening here? What's happening at the MCG on Sunday? Is Melbourne beating the Eagles? Or are the Eagles bouncing back from a horrific performance last week?
As much as I'd like to see the Eagles win, they are a completely different team with Harley Reid in the squad. But not North Melbourne is just going to be too strong for them. So I don't really see it swinging any other way. Unfortunately, in the AFL at the moment, there's a bit of a divide with Eagles, North Melbourne, and Tigers kind of struggling. So it's a little bit too easy to tip against them unless someone else got a hot take here.
I think that the D's also get it done. I was actually you just reminded me though. I had Nick Dacos's goal against Gold Coast for mine. I don't know what the rest of the room thinks. I was like straight away, then and there, that's goal of the year for mine. But then I just remembered what Harley Reid did to Petrarca and Oliver. Was that in the same moment that he kicked that goal?
Oh no, it wasn't the same moment.
But there was still another very good moment
where he ran, had like 3 or 4 bounces in the midfield and sunk it from 15 meters out on the run. Yeah.
I'm tipping the Eagles.
Oh, here we go.
I'm backing specifically the Waterman matchup. I know obviously Melbourne have got some supremely talented key defenders in Lever and Maid, but Waterman, or Wayne Carey 2.0, as some people dubbed him early in the season.
Yep.
He's still white hot, and I think he'll kick 5 or 6, and that might be the difference in the end.
Meanwhile, the Melbourne Demons can't kick any goals to save their lives. They
and
suck with
that
their
helps,
forward
right?
line.
If you only need to kick a few, and if the opposition can't, you're in the box seat.
And West Coast's backline is really strong. Like that's been one area of strength that even in their lower seasons, the last couple of seasons, their backline's still so good. McGovern, Barras, Duggan, Witherden. I don't know if he's still around, but we've got a very strong backline back there. Elliot Yeo playing some incredible football. Melbourne, without Petrarca, that's a massive hole in that midfield. I'm actually going to go with the Eagles.
Yeah, I think they're vulnerable.
I'm going to go with the Eagles as well. I'm with you, Paulie.
Oh, champs, I'm with you.
You in?
Yeah. Melbourne, no.
And Barras is going to look great next year in the Collingwood.
Yeah, in the black and white.
Yeah, that's right. I should have known. We're not champs. Don't champ me. Alrighty then. 3:20 p.m.
Sorry, Dave.
The Saints hosting the Swans at Marvel Stadium. Unfortunately, the Saints are copping the Swans maybe 1 week too late. If the Saints were playing them last week, there's a chance that they cop the lull in the Swans. But now the Saints are getting the Swans on a bounce back after their loss last week. So I'm going to go with the Swannies here. We're in a pretty comfortable affair, I think.
I think I'm going to go with hot take.
Oh, here we go.
St Kilda.
Oh,
All right. Just because maybe Sydney's starting to slide, maybe get a little bit complacent. Marvel, they love the cameraman behind the camera as well. Want to be invited back. So let's go a hot take. We'll go with St Kilda. Max King to kick a bag.
bag of behinds.
More than likely by 2 points.
The best hot take here is that he wants to come back. That's probably the best hot take that we've seen. We've got someone who wants to come back. Return customer. Let's go.
For mine, I'm going to go Sydney, but it's a bit of a vested interest of mine. I want Amadi to kick 10 on Josh Battle so that Collingwood can get Josh Battle for unders in free agency as well. So Sydney
You're playing 4D chess here.
Yes, it's thinking ahead of the time.
2 steps ahead.
A game within a game within the game.
Metagame.
Game's a game.
It is the game.
Yeah, Amadi to kick 10, therefore Sydney win by 60 points. and goodbye, Ross Lyon. It was nice knowing you.
He doesn't.
That's the big one there.
Jeez, all right. I did not see that one coming. He does not want to come back, Dave. Only Caleb comes back. Fully.
Margin, I agree with. Yeah, Sydney.
Big one.
Yeah.
Big one.
Don't know about Ross, but
Ross.
I agree with the 60 points.
Mate, Ross is...
Ross the not boss.
Mate, Ross to janitor. Ross's butt cheeks are engrooved into that chair. He ain't going nowhere. Why do I know that? Don't ask me. I have sources. In the last game of the round, the Brisbane Lions hosting the Adelaide Crows at the Gabba. Last time these two met, I'm pretty sure
The draw, wasn't it?
came down to the wire.
Yeah.
It was really close. I'm not sure if it was a draw, but it was really close last time. But this is the Brisbane Lions here, and they had a great win last week. It was gutsy. Melbourne took it up to him, and they managed to find a way in the last quarter to get over the top. Sometimes you have to win ugly, and that's what a good team does. At home, I'm going to go with the Brisbane Lions. I'll go with Paul now.
Lions for me as well. We discussed the songs before, Battle of the Same Song.
Yep. The same shit song.
Yeah.
In my opinion. So.
But Brisbane's got the class. They're up and about at the moment. Their form line tracks. Yeah, I don't see anything that'll pop up and surprise us this weekend from that game.
I just want to pump myself up here quickly. I did a ladder predictor in round 12, and I think I'm still, I guess, not quite there yet, but I have Brisbane actually making it into the top 4
Me too.
by the time the season ends.
Me too.
So for that reason, Brisbane by 7 goals at the Gabba.
It's hard to go against Brisbane in the Gabba, even though it's not as much as a fortress as it has been in past years. I reckon they get the job against Adelaide.
There we go, guys. How did we go with the tipping last week? I don't remember. I didn't actually ask you.
Next question.
Mate,
Yeah.
I lucked out. I forgot to put a few tips in. Fremantle worked perfectly for me.
Oh.
my footing comp that I set up. Defaults you to picking the away team if you don't select, and it worked very favourably for me.
Mate,
Fortunately, Gold Coast were at home.
I look like a genius.
Oh, yeah, you would have got the Gold Coast one wrong then.
I think I corrected my tip. I think the first.
You remembered?
I got Friday, missed the first 2 on the Saturday. Worked out nicely for me.
Mate, that's really good. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is us for this episode. A massive thank you once again to Caleb, Anthony, and Paul. Guys, please let our wonderful viewers know where they can find you.
Oh,
Start with
starting
you,
here.
Paul.
The Hoops Crew for me. We're on YouTube, we're on socials. Check out all that. Paul James Games on socials as well for myself personally, whether you're looking for Geelong or broader AFL-based stuff or even video game chat. I've got it all there. So go check that stuff out.
Thank you so much, Paul. Did you have fun today?
Oh, it was awesome. It was great to come out. Awesome these rooms that we're in as well. Didn't know about the history of it until we're coming in, but that was really cool as well. But great company. It's been a good show. Thanks for having me aboard, guys.
No worries.
Where can you find us, champs?
You can find Anthony and I on Instagram, YouTube at Pies Footy. You can expect a lot of pre-games, post-games, watch-alongs. Anthony does a great job in the documentaries as well, and anything Collingwood related, come to Pies Footy. And yeah, expect me to make a debut on the YouTube as well, maybe later on in the year as well. Just going to get a few things flowing, and you can find me at Pies Eyes Caleb. And yeah, we'll see how we go, boys.
Head on over to Pies Footy if you want to see some nice salty tears after they lose to us on Friday.
We'll be on the watch along as well.
Where did the glass go? Where did the glass go?
I took that from you for already.
One here. Quick, Scott.
Thank you.
Stone Cold there again.
Bang.
Hope you guys enjoyed watching or listening to this episode as much as we enjoyed recording it, because here on the bench we have a proper footy chat. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell to not miss out on any of the videos that we pump out on a regular basis. We'll see you all in the next one. Thanks.